ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Talk Shop Show. Today, as usual, we have a very, very interesting guest, Danielle Johnson, who is the CEO of Innovation Credit Union in Saskatchewan. Innovation Credit Union is actually one of the largest, the top 25 largest credit unions in Canada. And they have more than around 60,000 members, which is huge, and are predominantly one of the biggest credit union, yes, here we go. A little bit of publicity there. One of the largest, obviously the largest, one of the largest in Saskatchewan. I think you're second or third in Saskatchewan. So I'm here with my colleague Erika Aguilar, who's the Senior Vice President of Complete CU Services. So I'll invite Erika to ask the first questions.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody, or good morning. It's a pleasure to have Mr. Daniel Johnson with us here. And I just wanted to mention he has over 20 years of experience in the credit union system, as well as other responsibilities, including board governance positions for Concentra Bank and Westcap NBO Investment. Please tell us, Mr. Johnson, what has been the top 3 areas that have impacted the credit union during this pandemic?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me to your show. I really appreciate it, and please call me Dan. The top 3 things that we think about during the pandemic, and we meet regularly as a leadership team to talk about them, really hover around our staff group, our membership, and then we also spend a fair bit of time talking about our credit union. So if I look at the membership, it's been an interesting time. There's really no playbook that we could reference as we entered into the pandemic. So early on, we really spent a bunch of time understanding, the areas that were impacted. Our membership, of course, dealing with certain things on their personal side, but when it came to business with the Innovation Credit Union, they did have to adjust early on to certain things. There were times where we didn't have some of our locations open. We moved to appointment only in some cases. When we had flare-ups in different parts of our region, we would close locations, do a deep clean, get them back to a better spot, make sure everyone's healthy. Even during our current times where we have things somewhat back to normal, we have different protocols in place around distancing and safety and those sort of things. And those protocols, I think, have worked really well. And our members have been awesome with respect to aligning to those protocols. So the membership were definitely impacted. Our staff group, for sure, like instantly, I guess we're fortunate to be on a digital track for a number of years to gift our staff group with more of a mobile first mentality and also the technology and hardware. So when the pandemic hit and we had everyone work from home, it wasn't a big change for us. And even before the pandemic, we had a number of our team members working in different parts of the province and in different parts of the country. So that there was limited impact as far as the technology that we already were using. We're all cloud-based, but there certainly was impact when it came to trying to adjust from working from home when you didn't before. Some of our team members already were working from home, wasn't a big transition. But then you have our frontline workers who remained in our locations and just having to, work and understand this invisible enemy that we're up against. So there was huge impact on all of our team members, just in different ways. And then, of course, as we're into this third wave and a prolonged environment, we're starting to make sure that we're understanding the impacts of that. And then I think the third element to all of this was the impact to our credit union. The economy going into the pandemic in our region was not as not as vibrant as it once was. So as we're going into the pandemic, and then when the pandemic hurt, everyone really just kind of hunkered in and stopped spending. So we ended up as an organization with a ton of liquidity and very limited opportunity to lend that out, because people were just watching, waiting for this pandemic to roll through. Some of our members are busier than ever, and some, are not. So there really was a blend of those scenarios impacting the credit union as well. So we've worked through that for the most part, and fortunately we're an organization that has a really strong capital base and quite efficient. So navigating through these new or interesting times is something that was very doable, and unfortunately we're getting quite good at. So, but we're really looking forward to this being over.